right, Shalom Akim, Shabbat Shem Shabbat Basham Kakudash. The word of the week is endure. Especially in these times today, man, been constantly meditating on, this word of the week and all these things that's going on. We all have to be withheld in that characteristic of endurance. All right, so the core idea of endure, it means to remain, to bear, to persist under pressure without breaking. It implies steadfastness through affliction, temptation, or time. I looked it up in the Hebrew. It's imad, and you have an ayin or an a mem or a ma, and a dalet or a da, right? When you break it down, the ayin being eye, experience, or awareness, the mem being waters, chaos, or testing, and the dalet is a door or a pathway. So the concept of imad is to endure, is to stand firm while passing through chaotic waters, remaining conscious and unmoved as you go through the door of trial. So if Tazadakta, if you could get me Sirach 2:14, and Ashar, if you could get me Matthew 24:13. So in the Greek, endure is hypomeno, which means to remain under, to persevere, to endure patiently. It's a compound word, hypo, under, meno, to remain. So it's spiritual stamina. So that's what we need in these times, to be able to have the lungs, the spiritual lungs, to continue to endure, all right, in this race of longevity, all right, until the end, until Yahushua comes back. Go ahead, bro.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall visit you?
So in the understanding of endurance, losing endurance is failing the test. So we all going through trials, tribulations, tests, all right, and you don't want to fail. So what you want to do is endure it, all right, because as this hour in temptation is literally like cracking the door, damn near, you can't even say knocking on the door, all right, we all going to be tried with that ultimate test of the mark of the beast, the microchip, man, and we're talking about it now, but we don't know the full amounts of pressure that is going to come to us and our families and those that is connected to us, even though we know exactly what's prophesied to happen, in regards to that, And Ashar, you want to get the next one?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Right. So endurance is not optional. It is a requirement for salvation. You want to be saved, you have to endure. You see what I'm saying? So I constantly, me personally, I want to be saved. What do I have to be saved? Endurance. So I'm praying to the Heavenly Father, I want to endure. I want to be able to stand in that day, man. Because a lot of people's going to fold. You know what I mean? Lord willing, it ain't none of us. But there's people that call on the names of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and still not going to make it. So we got to give that diligence to make our calling and election sure. And ultimately, we know we have to be of the elect. So I'm going to leave off on a quote. Well, before that, endurance is not just suffering. It is remaining stable in faith, obedience, and identity under pressure. So the quote I got is from Friedrich Nietzsche, and it says, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." Endurance is powered by purpose. Without purpose, pressure breaks you. So these people that is going to break and don't have endurance is because they have no purpose in life. We know our purpose. We know the whole duty of man. To fear the Most High and keep His commandments. Shalom.